Hello and welcome to Ratbag, your favourite stupid podcast. We're Mel and Sam.
Hello, BBs.
And today we've got an episode where we're going to appeal to our boomer audience because Mel's bringing in some boomer messages from her dad. And then I'm talking to-do lists. Facts.
Yeah, we're unpacking the daily life of a freelancer. We are also giving some queer sex advice from someone who wrote the hotline. And I'm also sharing with you a take of mine about something that desperately needs to die.
And a lot of you will be listening and you work in this job and you need to die.
Yeah.
But we love you anyway.
So thanks for being here. Please enjoy this episode of Ratbag.
Get a rat and a bag, that's a rat bag. You put a bag on a rat, that's a suffocated rat. You put a rat in a bag, it's like squeak. Let's go, it's rat bag.
Oh, bloody brilliant.
That's bloody brilliant, isn't it?
Oh, here we are. It's an episode of Ratbag. I'm here with my girl.
My name's fucking Sam. This is my girl. What's your name, man?
Mel. Good
That's
to
really
be
good.
here.
Before we were sitting there and you started doing this accent and I went to Mel, that's a bloody great opening. You should do that. Pin. Not us pinning an accent to open Ratbag.
Offer alert.
Offer alert.
Nina. Opening offer alert.
Starry night alert.
I really said, my gal's girlfriend is in town. Time to honour the London accent.
The London accent.
Was that London accent? I don't know.
I don't know. And what a good accent it is.
A brilliant accent.
How are you, my
Hi,
darling?
my girl. How are you?
Now, Mel's wearing a beautiful, gold sparkly eye if you're not watching on YouTube, and you look absolutely divine nation.
Thank you so much. So do you. We were giggling in the car on the way over here because we went to the pub last night before this record today.
Yep.
And I walked in and Sam was like, oh my God, this eye, you look so beautiful. It was like this gold, how would you describe, liquidy,
foily gold eye.
foily gold eye. And I had the classic thing happen that is so annoying where I went, perfect, I'm going to rock this tomorrow. I went to do the look this morning. Of course, it looks entirely different.
It's impossible.
I used the same product.
Yep.
I used the exact same method.
Yep.
And then I got in the car. I was like, it looks different.
The beat always beats hard when you want to go to the laundromat and never to the Oscars.
It's right up there with the messy bun.
It's right, a messy bun.
The messy bun effect.
Yep.
When you throw up your hair without a mirror.
Yep.
And you look absolutely like a supermodel. But you try to achieve the messy bun another day.
Yep.
Simply never.
Simply never. Well, you look divine.
Thanks,
divine, my
BB.
darling.
Guys, welcome to an episode of Ratbag, the podcast where we quite frankly do
Whatever the fuck we want.
I'm launching straight in
I wish
today,
you
my
would.
girl.
I wish you would.
With a little bit of show and tell
Great.
on a very specific topic.
Okay.
It's a topic that you know and love.
Okay.
It's the topic of the sergeant.
Oh my God, please
Now,
let our listeners. Oh,
You explain
I would love
who
to.
the sergeant is.
Mel O'Brien's dad, Paul, who we refer to as the sergeant.
Docs alert.
Docs alert. Am I allowed to say his name?
Yeah, it's fine.
He is a character. Hey, takes one to know one. I've got a charactery boomer dad as well.
Takes one to
but
know one.
there's just no one like the sergeant.
Yeah.
He is a beautifully, fantastically unique individual.
So particular.
With a real knack for comedy.
Yeah.
A bit of a wordsmith. God, he's interesting. I can't wait to hear what this is. For anyone that listened to our old podcast, there was a whole thing about when he wrote in about the kitty litter.
If you do enjoy the segment that I'm about to share with you, which is messages that I've received from my dad.
Good.
Please do. It's worth it. Do go back to the old pod. Look up on Spotify. We need to hold boomers accountable for their emails is the name of the episode because my dad sent the most outrageous email, pretty much in the POV like he was my cat to a company being like, the kitty litter I received is fucked. As a character.
So funny. Hit me with this one, babe.
So I'm launching in. I literally was like, I'm going to go through all of my texts and just read out some faves.
Okay, go.
Of all time from my dad. From my dad, unknown.
Beautiful.
My dad, who when he buys tickets to our live shows, puts his first name and last name in the ticketing system as unknown.
And that's when we know Paul's going to be there.
Because he doesn't want to be tracked by the government. I'm going to start hard and strong.
Go.
You're familiar that I went to Meredith Music Festival
I am.
a few months ago. I said to my dad, I was like, first of all, he sends me a message going, where is this pill-popping festival? And I said, the festival's in Meredith. I said, well, we'll be most likely without reception and back on Sunday Arvo evening, so don't worry if you don't hear from me. I'll be without reception.
Yep.
About 2 days later. Now, I need you to picture, I received this message deep in the mosh pit, surrounded by doofsticks. I hear my phone go off. I go, who could that be? I told everyone that I'm away for a few days. This is word for word what my father sends to me. Don't think for one minuscule second that just because you claim to be out of SMS range, that I can't tap into a NASA spy satellite to keep an eye on you at that dirty little grunge-infested hippie festival. I used to skydive over Meredith, bracket, site of near-death parachute malfunction experience, close bracket.
Respect your elders.
Before the doof biodiverse brigade took over. Bravo. That's the episode.
I will give him, he's a wordsmith.
There's something, it's one of those things, every second that I get older, I go, I am becoming more like him
100%.
every single day.
Shakespeare walked so he could skydive. He's brilliant.
Another fun fact about my
tell
dad
me.
is he has done, Lucy, you'll die at this, you don't know this fun fact. My dad has done 99 skydives in his life. And he refuses to do the 100th because he's convinced he'll die on the 100th.
That's actually so iconic.
It's so iconic. He used to do the thing like flying in groups, like the group formation parachuting.
Yeah.
Anyway,
hit me with the
I'm
next
going to
one.
carry on.
Please.
So my dad's retired. Congratulations, unknown.
Yep.
It happened very recently. This is how he shared the news with the family to the group chat. Done! With 8 exclamation marks. And then the gravy train is over for the hamster on the 9-to-5 wheel. Thank the multiple gods.
He's really, really funny.
He really is. And I think it took me a while as well to be like, oh, my dad is being funny.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Because for a while, I think when I was a teenager and I would receive these messages, I would be like, what? Why is my dad weird? And everyone else's dad is like, love you.
No. I get similar messages from my dad. I won't read them out today. I'll maybe bring them in another time.
Yeah, you should
do it.
But
they are... It starts with stuff like, greetings, Earthling. The rocket ship will be landing soon towards Dinnertown, my dearest cherub head. And I'm like, that's an odd way of just say you want me to come downstairs for dinner. But at the time I used to be like, oh, Dad, fuck off.
Yeah.
I'm singing the Wicked soundtrack. Fuck off.
It's bids for connection, isn't it?
It's a bid for connection.
Here's another one. This is after we went out for coffee, actually at a cafe that I chose, and I picked a bad cafe.
What one?
And doesn't happen to me often.
Oh.
It was in Brunswick.
Damn.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. He sends a screenshot of the receipt, and then this word for word. Not that I can't afford it, and very lovely to see you both, but I think it's pretty rude and woke, in inverted commas, when a cafe charges an extra 80 cents if you want your coffee to be hot, in inverted commas. God forbid, how strange for a customer request. Plus an extra 60 cents for oats, plus an extra 70 cents if you don't want any caffeine in your coffee. Seriously? 7 question marks. Wankers! In caps.
There's no one quite like Dad's. Please keep going.
Yeah, I'm gonna barrel roll. Here's one I got just out of nowhere, no context. I'm gonna eat your ripe bananas.
Any emojis?
And I went, power play.
Is he an emoji man?
Yeah, he's not often an emoji man, but he actually did use a banana there. And what he actually did was he said, I'm going to eat your ripe banana emoji, S.
Fair enough. And you know what I reckon's happened there? Is it comes up when you type the word.
Yeah, I agree.
Greasy fingers, bang.
I had the exact same thought. Here's another one. New Year's Eve. I went, did you have a nice chill New Year's Eve? Can't wait for the film on Monday. My dad and I love to go to a Cinema Nova Monday together.
Nice.
He goes, yes. Most overrated night of the year. Night spelled N-I-T-E. Why? It's not saving that many letters.
Yeah, right.
The tranquility chez moi, though. Imagine
what does chez moi mean?
Like at my place. It's
beautiful.
kind of French.
Yeah, no. Okay.
Imagine how many soup kitchens and outreach programs they could fund with the fucking $5 million fireworks budget. Boo to fireworks, boo to fireworks. A man with a message.
A man that cares about the environment.
He cares.
And the people.
All right, I know we have to wrap it up soon. I'm going to do just a few more of my faves. Oh, I was picking a cafe and I was like, how about this place? It's meant to be brilliant food, looks pretty nice and quiet, great reviews. Yeah. It's on Albion Street in Brunswick. Docs alert. Great cocktails too, if that's your thing for a special occasion. He goes, rightio, I'm an open-minded individual, happy to try. What time? What spelt W-O-T? Will you book it? Better not be too much tofu.
Hit me with another one, please.
This one was so funny. Remember when we constructed that bed in Ocean Grove? And of course.
A man that loves to give us tasks.
Yeah.
But I respect it. I went, thanks for the holiday house.
Yeah.
I'll be your workhorse.
Literally.
Me with my nimbly limbs going, yeah, I'll lift that bed for sure.
I sent Dad a photo of like the bed we'd constructed that was like an IKEA bed frame. This was pretty good by him. I was like, canon alert. Thanks for bed assembly, chicks. Lesbians get the ick? Question mark. I went, don't
Was that
they
chicks
ever?
with an X?
Yeah, absolutely.
Beautiful. I wish you would.
This one sent me. This will make even more sense if you go listen to We Must Hold Boomers Accountable for their emails. Just out of the blue one day. Awful news. Catch of the day has gone bankrupt.
Yeah.
And is shutting down its website.
He'd hate that.
I said, worst case scenario for you, Saji. You're their number one fan. I said, what are you going to do now that you can't buy L'Oreal anti-aging cream in bulk for your 18-year-old daughter? All right, I'm going to go really quick now. He just sends a photo of an iPod Nano one day. He goes, something to be said for being a hoarder, Melanie.
I can't even rank them. They're
It's
so
good. And okay, this is like only 2 to go. On the way to like a show, one of our shows, he goes, I was like, do you want me to grab you a coffee? And he was like, actually, maybe an LFWEH1S might be nice. Might spelled MITE.
Is that a joke about the coffees and how many different types of orders there are? Is that commentary on that?
Well, because he's my father, I went, I know for a fact that means large, flat white, extra hot, 1 sugar. His coffee order used to be, could I have a large, flat white, extra hot with 1.5 sugars? And me and my brother over the years would just go, absolutely, yeah, we did 1.5, and we'd give it to him and he'd be like, it's perfect. It was always 2.
Yeah, gotcha.
I'm never saying to a cafe,
a
1.5 sugars.
Oh my God.
And this is the final one to bring us out. Please don't tell me some thermally challenged flea was using an electric blanket in the middle of summer at my house. OMG. And then I said, nope, because Sarah and I stayed at his place. I was like, nope, we certainly did not. Wasn't us, I can assure you. It was hot, not cold when we were down there. I didn't even know we had an electric blanket. He goes, maybe Toby's missus is also a thermally challenged flea. Discuss.
Thermally challenged flea. A man with words.
And that's an introduction to Unknown Unknown.
Unknown Unknown. God, he's beautiful. I love him so much.
Yeah.
We're very similar boomer dads.
He loves you.
Oh, and I love him so much. A hug from him.
Yeah.
A beautiful bear hug from your dad.
Nothing
I
hits
love
the
it.
same.
No, literally one quip about this, about my
Please,
dad being
quip
similar.
away.
Really quickly, I did a 5K run last year.
Yes, of course.
And it was like a full sponsored run, and it was a really big deal that I was doing it, and both my parents are runners. Yeah. And I was like, do you guys want to do it? The brand are keen for you to like be involved, and it can be like a family affair. Dad's like, yeah, absolutely. So the brand send my mum and my dad state-of-the-art runners, tops, shorts to be decked out all in said kit. And then it arrives, like $100, $200 shoes. He's going to hate listening to this because he's such a good man. Dad, you're a beautiful man, but this was very funny.
You're perfect in my eyes, Chris.
And he just goes, well, I can't wear those runners because I got to wear my Reeboks or my Brooks. And I go, Dad, you have to. That's the whole point of the campaign.
That's how a brand deal works,
so
my king.
We had to bring his runners down to the start track so he could get some pics and then change into it. That's not even the worst part. Run. Dad won his age group. He's that good of a runner.
Incredible.
He's insane. Runs, kills it. Then at the drinks, after the marathon, he goes up to one of the head brand ambassadors with his Garmin watch on, and he waddles over and he goes, yeah, good setup, mate. Good race, good day. I reckon it was 200 metres short. But with
so
full
bold.
earnestness. And I go, you are not just telling one of the head brand ambassadors.
Headmaster of the race have to say?
He laughed, and then Dad spoke about how he's like, I couldn't have done a PB that good. I reckon it was 200 short. But he said it with full earnestness, and I went, boomers.
Am I correct in saying he ended up being right?
No, I don't think so.
Okay,
but
maybe
I was
I'm making
talking
that
to one of your brothers' mates, who also thought it could have been a little bit under, but it was absolutely measured. It's for like world class athletes.
A runner's mind.
A runner's mind. And with that, let's run into the next section.
Let's run in. We're going to throw to a really quick ad. And my BB gal Sammy has something to say after the ad.
I would like to talk to you.
Please.
It's like a lists. For anyone that's heard that segment before, fucking impossible to say fast. But a lists light, because I'd like to just chat more.
I love
and
that.
it's about life hacks. and things that we do to help our lives run a little bit better.
I love
because
that.
I couldn't help but feel deeply inspired when we're on Ratfood talking about crocking in and crocking on.
Crocking in and
Would you
crocking
really
out.
quickly like to remind the listeners?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. It was when we were chatting about how our specific like brains work, and I was talking about, and I still do it.
Yeah.
I'm doing it to this day.
Good on you. Talk about crocking on.
I pop my Crocs because that's the only shoe I own and the only shoe I wear.
Literally.
I sponsor us Crocs. Grow up.
Yeah, I know.
Sponsor this pod.
She's wearing them right now.
I'm literally wearing them right
Go
now.
on, go on.
I pop my Crocs
Yep.
next to my bed. I like to think it's really sweet. I like to think. I pop them next to my bed so that when I get up out of bed,
Yep.
I croc on.
Yep.
I pop the Crocs on. And that means I'm in work mode, and it means I can't get back into bed.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about, because I really struggle. My mental health kind of lives in, that's where my challenges lie. Like, I'm like, I'll be having a great day, but I'm like, I'm just going to spend the day in bed, actually.
Yeah.
But when I've got my Crocs on,
You're crocking on.
I'm productive. And then it's really important. Then when productivity is over for the day, it's a mental thing. Crocs come off.
Crocs come off.
Love
It's
is Blind
fair.
goes on the telly.
It's
We relax.
absolutely. It's
Yeah.
your work shoe.
Yeah, it's my
the
work
equivalent
shoe.
of the blazer and the tie.
Yeah.
And every time you say crocking on, I do imagine you doing it starkers with a blazer and Crocs on, being like, off to work, Sarah.
It kind of is the vibe.
It's so good. I was trying to think.
I think there's something. Sorry to
No,
cut
of
you
course.
off. I feel like it's that challenge of being freelance.
Yes.
That it's like a way to. It's a grasp at structure.
And that's exactly,
Do you know what I mean?
That's having things like life hacks, which
Yeah.
mine relates to work as well.
Yeah, go.
Freelance is impossible.
Yeah.
So I get absolutely annihilated by my friends. They give me so much shit. So much shit. And I say to them, like you say to Crocs, grow up.
Yeah.
Grow the fuck up.
Yeah.
I've got a brilliant plan in place.
What
Guys,
do you do,
I
my girl?
change my wallpaper every single day.
Yeah. We need to talk about this.
My iPhone wallpaper is a different photo.
Every single day.
Every single day. Now, usually it is something that I'm just about to explain. However, today I'm a bad example because my wallpaper is a flash photo of my portable charger that I needed to remember to bring. So that I would remember to bring it. That's crazy town.
We're all a little
Camera
bit
left.
neurospicy here on the podcast. Ratbag.
But usually, let's take a trip down memory lane. I have wallpaper after wallpaper of, I go onto Instagram, I'll find a cute photo. Sometimes I've gotten a little bit too into it now. I'll go onto like fucking Pinterest and I'll be like, Y2K dolphin background. And I'll download like what I think are aesthetic backgrounds as a loser millennial, being like, yeah, I think that's a pretty cool photo of that ocean, but it's a little bit graffiti.
Yeah, it's a dory on the side of the road.
But the way that I have.
Yeah.
I'll go onto Instagram, photo will go there, and then I will write to do. And it's actually
It's
very
really
funny.
sweet.
I need to read out some of these to-do lists are crazy. I screenshotted one.
Can we please talk about the one time that you had yourself as your lock screen?
One time I had myself as my lock screen. And you know why I did? It was a really shit hot professional photo of me that was very like brandy and like my vibe. And because it's mental for me. I see that and I go, in order to keep this career, fucking do these things.
I love it.
This to-do list says this, up at 10:45. This is one of them. Starry night background, a moon, some clouds.
Perfect.
To do star emoji reminds me that if I want to be a star,
you
I have
are
to
one?
work. Absolutely.
Bit Rachel Berry coded.
I'm Sharpay and Rachel if they had scissored a few times and it made a baby. That's who I am. That's very good. Put that on a t-shirt. Nina
Merch alert.
says this, to do star. Up at 10:45, Sam, no later. The way I talk to myself.
Hey, that's living. I can relate to this.
Yep.
If I can
No,
ping pong a bit.
Please.
I write to myself like
Yep.
on an alarm or something like, time to get up now, baby gal. You got to pack that thing. No, you can do it. Like I speak to myself
Same.
like I'm my own girlfriend, and I think that's beautiful.
No, that's exactly the way you have to do
Yeah.
it. Mine can sometimes be, I can be a bit of a bully.
Yeah.
It'll be like, up at 10:45, no later, Sam. 10:45, shower. 11:30, tarot reading. Ew, cringe. Get coffee. 11 to 11:30, write TikTok script. Full stop. You know you have to. Full stop. No excuses. Full stop. Meeting, 1 o'clock, Grouse House, film sketch. And it's just so funny the way I talk to myself. But I change it every day and my to-do list lives there.
I love
but
it
I
so
have had,
much.
unfortunately, in the way that our phones are connected basically to our hands,
Yeah.
the amount of times I've been out and people have gone, That's a weird wallpaper. Yeah. Or it'll just have things being like, you stupid, ugly, stupid bitch.
Make fucking porridge.
No more fucking excuses. Vegemite toast immediately.
Vegemite toast. Also watch finale of Love is Blind.
Also manicure, you dumb fuck.
I feel like that, and I mean this is so much love because I'm the exact same. It's my life as well. I feel like so many of those screenshots of to-do lists of like our daily life as freelancers are exactly what people are talking about when people are like, being an influencer is really hard, man. Sometimes I've got to respond to 2 emails, hop on a meeting for 20 minutes and make a TikTok. And it's like, yeah, try going to work, you dumb cunt.
This is exactly, people always say to me, like, Sam, they act like I'm about to literally board a 72-hour flight anytime they see me. They go, Sam, would it be possible to pin you down for coffee? And I go,
no, I'm so free.
All that I am doing today is eating a banh mi with extra butter, sitting on my ass, charging my vibrator, and fucking watching a TikTok. Yeah. I think I've got time.
Hanging out with Mel and going, we should probably start that song with a musical. And then talking about our girlfriends.
Literally. Anyway, it made me think really quickly of some rapid fire other life hacks that I wanted to share, and then I know we need to wrap. Apparently, you can store potato chips. Chips? Yeah, right. Chips or tortilla crisps in the freezer, and they will never go stale.
There you go.
Even once they're opened.
Potato chips?
Yep.
And then they unfreeze?
They just will never go stale.
So
they must unfreeze.
I love
they
that.
Can't go frozen, apparently. You can use pasta to light a candle where the wick is really, really deep in that well. A long piece of spaghetti or a piece of fettuccine.
Wait, I actually get that because sometimes when you go to light a candle and you're like, I'm losing a hand.
And I'm a pussy ass bitch with that.
Yeah.
I'll literally light a lighter for 2 seconds and go, nah.
I was today years old when I realised that you're meant to use a lighter with the flame on top.
Oh, I don't even know that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you're right.
They can't all be winners.
Apparently another
Consider
one.
a riff.
No. No, I'm trying to barrel through these.
Barrel through, I'll be silent.
No, you're fine. Apparently as well, if you heat up a spoon in the microwave or you heat it up under not in the microwave, under really, really, really hot water, and then you put it on a mosquito bite, it kills the protein that makes the mosquito bite itch.
There you go. I was going to say.
No more X marks the spot, bitches.
Put a spoon in the microwave, you die.
Just don't get me to bring in any advice. I just got to quip and make jokes.
Yeah.
And my final one is, do you know why you get tired whilst you're driving long distances?
Why?
Apart from not sleeping.
Why?
Is the CO2 in the air can make you really sleepy, so you have to open your windows for fresh air. And I googled that because long drives are important, and this is a safety first
Thanks
pod.
for that, baby.
Fucks.
We're ending that segment quick, smart, and moving on. No, I'm kidding.
No, we're done.
That's brilliant. I love
I
that.
just more want to talk about my wallpaper thing. Try it.
So
Bully
good.
yourself.
Pop your windows down.
Pop
the next
your
time
windows
you're driving
down.
a Horsham.
Literally.
You're welcome. What's that on the phone? Beep, 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 beep. Bring, bitch.
I kind of have a question, and you two seem really cool and hot and smart. Hello?
Hope you enjoyed that sting. Guys, it's time for our hotline segment.
Yep.
Bring, bitch. Bring, big bitch.
Big bitch.
Where only big bitches can bring. I have a screenshot on my phone.
Yep.
Of something that we have been sent.
Great.
For advice. And it's pretty it's less comma day, comma do.
I think that's fine. I think we were ripper funny before.
more
with variation.
Ernest Ernie's. Here we go. I'm going to read the whole thing. It's like quasi lengthy, but like so strap in. And spoiler alert, it's like gay coded, sapphic coded advice.
I'm out of here. Got a banh mi to eat. See you, everyone.
I'm really fucking busy. Okay, my fave lesbians. Here's the deal. Love that opening. Yeah. I met a woman on Tinder and we connected instantly and started talking all day, every day for like 10 days straight. I said, I love you after a week. Lol, classic.
I personally would never do something like that, Maureen, but go on.
I would also get so wet when talking to her. Sorry if this is TMI. Here are the issues. I was in a relationship with another woman for 5 years. That is the only other woman that I've ever been with. Whenever I fantasize, it's actually usually about men or heterosexual sex. So this woman I met for the first day and there was immediate chemistry. This is the new person. In fact, I kissed her in the car. We had a long drive and there was definitely touching. Haha, it was so hot. When we got to the Airbnb we were staying at, I'll be honest, I was pretty in and out of like of like being present.
Sure.
And what I mean by that is there were moments where I felt insecure. For example, I paid for the Airbnb because she was going through a rough time right now financially, and I didn't want her to feel insecure about that. And then there were other moments like where she was leading me to the bedroom where I was like, oh, holy shit, I'm being led to the bedroom by this woman. Like they were kind of quite in their head. And that also took me out of it. With my ex, I was the bigger person physically. And I was also more of the dominant person.
Right.
I did most of the fucking in my previous relationship rather than getting fucked.
Yeah.
But now the script is flipped. This woman is definitely a top.
Okay.
So it's become really clear to me that this woman is dominant,
Yeah.
very like masculine, and also an empath. Work.
Yeah. Wait, question. Is this new partner also big like the other person? Because I was saying they were bigger. Is this a bodies thing as well?
It is.
Or-
Wait, I think they say at the end. I actually don't recall.
No, that's okay. I just wanted to check.
No,
Keep
it's so
going.
fine. Every time you're like fatties only.
Yeah, I'm like, what's it? No.
Every time I left the moment and didn't feel present, every time I had a worry or a thought flicker across my face, she felt it and she pretty much lost her arousal because she could tell that I was in my head. We had okay sex, but it wasn't mind-blowing sex like we had expected from our conversations and our sexting. That's always hard when you've...
Yep. The
when
pressure's on.
The walk, when you've been talking the talk.
Yep.
I wasn't wet the whole time and that affected things. Also, I've since learned that she... She has quite a big clit that actually gets erect quite easily, which is how she normally finishes, but the whole time didn't get erect with me, and that took her out of the moment as well. It was absolutely different for me to be on the bottom and not in charge. It was different for me to be engulfed by someone who's taller than me and stronger than me. So I think this person is bigger than them.
Yep.
It was good but different. I have such strong feelings for this woman. Like I really could see myself living the rest of my life with her. But there were some moments where I was just overwhelmed by the fear and realization of what was happening on a deeper level. Like, is this the person I'm going to be with for the rest of my life? That sometimes like brought me out of the moment.
Pressure, yeah.
After we met up and then parted ways, she texted me and she said she was worried about our sexual chemistry. We had a conversation and we've both been really honest with each other, which is great. And we're going to continue to do that. But I was wondering if you two had any advice. Is there a way that two tops can be together? That's kind of the core question.
Okay.
What can I do to like get in the mindset for this? Is it normal for two women to lose that sexual drive right in the middle of sex? Is it something you have to keep restarting like an engine?
Yeah.
I'm not that experienced with women. I've only been with one other woman and our sex life was really tame.
Yeah.
It's almost over.
No, that's
Love
okay.
you. Thanks for sending this long one in. We definitely, me and my ex spent way more time cuddling than having sex. I think of the woman that I'm with now, and I think she's used to fucking her partners into oblivion. I'm into it, but I'm going to have to ramp up my drive. I think part of the problem is also that I was raised super conservative. I'm getting used to the idea of being with a super womanly body as well. I'm just taking my time getting used to this. I will take any and all advice from you two on this subject. Thank you very much.
That is first of all, thank you to the person that took all that time to write in with something like that and be so vulnerable and be so
it's
open.
Gorgeous.
And I think this is a very like needed question that I hope a lot of people can find parts from.
I agree. There's lots in it.
I think as well, like the first thing that comes to my mind is there is so much pressure on lesbian sex to be mind-blowing always. And actually, it is just as clunky, just as awkward. Sometimes can be just as much as a letdown or a buzzkill or like a deflated balloon where you're like, what's going on? And I've even felt that with some partners that I've had where we've had intense sexual chemistry and then something's just not quite happening. What's tricky? Sometimes it's almost like lesbians are very good at checking in. Sometimes Sometimes they check in too quickly.
Yeah.
I'm like, I so understand checking in about one's sexual chemistry straight away, but you almost like need a
tried
bit
it
more
once.
time. Exactly.
Yeah.
You need a bit more time, but hey, the check-ins happened.
Yeah, 100%.
What's your first piece of advice that you think?
I actually have quite a bit of advice on this. I think it's so multifaceted. I think the first thing that comes to mind is you have to remember how psychological sex and being turned on is.
Yeah.
I think it's almost like we don't talk about that anywhere near enough.
Yep.
It is like 9 times out of 10 a psychological thing, and nothing kills a sexual encounter quite like pressure.
Pressure is the absolute killer of it all.
It's the first thing to like, I think if you're even an 1/10 of a thousandth in your head, it can be dead.
It's done.
It can be gone. Like it's really hard to work up the intimacy with someone to be 1,000,000% comfortable, especially if you're still getting used to it. And exactly what you touched on, the pressure of lesbian sex in particular being out of this world, rock star, unlike anything I've ever had before.
Yep.
And I think sometimes it is the fault of other lesbians, if I'm being really honest.
I agree.
There's so much chat about, oh my gosh, I was having sex with men and then I had sex with a woman and I just immediately was like, oh, this is what it was meant to be all along. It's not always like that.
No, and I think that take is sometimes not empowering, it's actually damaging.
Yeah.
And it does make people get in their head because I've had the same thing.
Because then you try it and then it's like, oh, what? If it's not out of this world insane for you, it can even make you like question your sexuality. If it's like, well, if for all other lesbians, as soon as they like had sex with a woman, they were like, oh, fuck, it was so easy. We both came immediately. We know each other's bodies. Like, just because that doesn't happen for you doesn't mean that you're like broken or that you're not queer enough, like at all. Say what you're going to say though.
Yes, I was also going to say that I think being wet is like, yes, being wet absolutely can equal sexual arousal and being turned on. I also know people that are turned on that don't get quite wet or need the help of lube. And I think that's also damaging in itself. We've all used lube. We've all used lube. Even the people that get the most wet in the world can still use lube.
100%.
And I've also had moments when I've been wet and I've actually not been that turned on. Sometimes it's not a reflection.
It's not always a direct correlation.
Exactly. That's really tricky. I also think it's so interesting how fascinated we are with and how much we want to latch on to labels.
Same brain. This is what I was going to bring
Bottoming.
up.
I'm a sub, I'm a switch, I'm a this, I'm a that, I wear the strap, you don't. And it puts us into these really damaging boxes. And I think
also quasi-heteronormative boxes sometimes
I agree.
as well. Of being like, well, you're the man, you're more masculine, you're gonna be the top. Like,
And it's very easy as well. I think sometimes people maybe in order to protect themselves will, when they meet someone, be like, oh yeah, just so you know, I'm a top. And it's like, I feel like the beautiful thing about sex is all about discovery 100%. And finding that out. And just getting into a bedroom or getting into that motel or that Airbnb and kind of seeing where the wind takes you. I don't know what my overall piece of advice is, but
I have a specific piece of advice, which is I would say try to take away coming and like orgasming as the final goal. I think there is so much like fun to be had, intimacy to be shared, hotness to be had with just exploring each other's bodies and like getting used to each other and figuring out what you like and like asking each other. Like that's such a thing. I feel like that everyone needs to do more. Just literally being like, how does this feel for you? Do you like this? And actually taking away that goal of we both have to come for this to be good because there's so much brilliant sex that can happen where no one comes. Yet.
And I would encourage those kind of questions, throughout having sex. And then the check-in chats. Sometimes I think people check in too much. Too many check-ins. I think check-ins are important, but I think sometimes you just kind of got to let be as long as you're safe and feel in control. But I think sometimes lesbians in particular, we're checking in about too much stuff. Just do. Just do.
I think that's great advice.
And let the wind take you where it takes you.
I have a final piece of advice to wrap up and then we're going to move on. I think as well, and this is something I've struggled with personally.
Tell me.
I think when you're raised as a woman in this society, it can be really difficult for some people to accept receiving pleasure because you are like raised to be a pleaser and to make the other person feel good. I've had to do a lot of work personally on being like, it's okay if my partner is like down there for a little while, they're having a great time. I need to actually relax. I'm so in my head about receiving pleasure.
Interesting.
And I wonder if that could be an element as well.
Part of it? Yeah. Do you think that no, I feel like this is now a whole other kettle of fish and we'll talk on another time. I was going to ask about no, it's actually not a question worth asking.
Pop it in the bin, babe.
Pop it in the bin because it'll take us. We've got to wrap up and I've got so much more to say. True. But I just want to say thank you to the person that wrote in.
I hope that advice is helpful.
Yeah. I'm also just a very I love unpacking queer sex. I think I've heard 6,825 things about hetero sex on pods, and I'm not saying we're doing anything groundbreaking, but I loved just even hearing them talk about sex like that.
I agree. And so openly and boldly. Thanks for your vulnerability, babe.
Yeah, love you.
Love you.
Love your partner, no more check-ins. Yeah. Unless if you're both safe, just go to that motel, roll around. That's my advice. Roll around.
A bit of rigmarole.
A bit of rigmarole.
We're going to launch next into a chat that I think is so important that we have.
Beautiful.
It's really important.
Yeah.
Guys, we have to talk about it.
Go.
Something needs to die, and the thing that needs to die is the cool barista. Discuss.
Now, my brain was like, I thought we were doing a kick-ons, but absolutely, you've got a new segment.
Oh,
for
yeah,
us.
I've just got something to talk about.
I think
something
that's
that needs to die.
I'm with you.
Welcome to the new segment. It's called Something Needs to Die.
That's a really good segment.
Thank you, babe.
My brain's ping-ponging with ideas for another time. Things that need to die, the cool barista.
cool
Can I
barista.
say, Mel O'Brien, that is a bold take. When we live in Melbourne, the coffee
I know.
capital of performativity.
And that's the thing. It's a bold, crazy take, and I know it, but I'm brave and I'm not afraid to say it. I am sick. I am sick to my stomach of feeling like I need to be wearing a cool fit in Fitzroy to be liked by my barista.
Yep. Do you think, though,
Over it.
Do you think, though, that barista is so far up their own arse that they're not even noticing your fit? Because this is their monologue, right? As they're doing the steam, and I've never worked as a barista.
Doing the steam and
doing
so
the steam,
true.
doing the milk. Whilst I walk down to get my bun, man, looking at my to-do list, being like, get a fucking coffee, you
Being like,
stupid idiot.
Got to get a gel polish manicure today. Fuck, I'm busy.
I think their internal monologue is, hell yeah, I went to Meredith on the weekend. Hell yeah. Just going to do this coffee into this thing. Man, I should go buy some more records. Hell yeah, I got a gem in my tooth. But I think that's the only thing they're thinking about.
Here's the thing I'll say to you.
Tell me.
raised to you.
Yeah.
I've been doing a social experiment.
Did this start at that cafe that we've spoken about?
Absolutely.
Yeah, beautiful.
I've been doing
we
a
won't
social
dox
experiment.
it.
We won't dox the cafe. There is a specific one near where Sam and I both live. And every single time we go there, I go, oh, good God. That was just a bonkers interaction. It's literally this. Hey guys, what are we up for? Yeah, we got decaf. Yeah, easy done. Easy done. I'm like, I dare you to smile.
I think there's that.
I'm a feminist first, and I say, chuck us a smile, doll.
See, that's interesting. I think there's that at that cafe. I think there's also this. I think there's two.
Oh,
two
yeah.
Sims.
Oh, yeah,
two
what do you
Sims
get?
in
Two
this.
Sims.
Also get, hey, have you ordered? Yeah, sick. What do you, did you want that takeaway? Yeah, fuck yeah. Are you getting a sample? You were looking
That's
at the,
true, that's
nah,
true.
just the coffee? Yeah, fuck yeah. Mate, can we fill up that Aesop fucking mug to, yeah. I also, it's these, fuck, you're doing the, whatever.
I've been social experimenting.
Good on you.
I've gone to that cafe now, actively going in a non-cool fit. And then going in a cool fit.
Wait, are we starting a movement? Say no to cool baristas.
Say no to cool baristas. Hashtag say no to cool baristas. And I have been treated differently.
Okay, I'll be you.
Yeah.
And you be the barista in the fit.
Okay, what are you wearing?
Did you just
Ugly
want to,
fit?
we don't
or-
have to do a role play.
Maybe instead of charades, I'll just tell you how it went down. Love you. You
Go
need to
for
go
it,
back
go.
to drama school. You've got a few games of bus stop in you yet.
Oh, babe, it's a motor. It's running.
I've
Bang.
been treated differently. I go in a non-cool fit, and it's like I'm a fly that they've stepped on in their shoe and they're trying to get rid of me. I go in with my fresh bangs and a sleigh fit. They might as well be inviting me to join the cafe and work there.
That's really interesting.
It's fascinating.
Well, hold on though. But I think, because you know how there's that subsection of fucking Namcore coolness, right?
Yeah.
Where they are in like almost outfits that are ugly. They're that fucking bought from Savers that it looks like ugly. Yeah. I reckon that the pendulum will almost swing if you go in some fucked coral V-neck t-shirt with some board shorts and some thongs. They'll go,
Fuck
that's fucking dope. Has that ever happened?
No, I think my ugly fits have been truly ugly with not a sprinkling of coolness.
That can't possibly be real because every outfit you have is cool, man.
Thanks, man.
That is so fun. Hashtag say no to cool baristas.
Hashtag say no to cool baristas.
We encourage
it's
our
not that
listeners-
serious. It's milk and steam and beans. Sorry, I want to hear what
No,
you're
you're
say.
fine. I was just going to say, we encourage our listeners, if you're listening right now, go down to your local cafe. Go down to the cool cafe that's a fuck in the hole in the wall where you sit on a log and drink from a fucking basin. Go in an ugly outfit and Say no to cool baristas.
See what happens.
Say no to cool baristas. That is such
Because it's the thing, right? I have to throw to other people in this room. Also, Lucy's here. Sorry, we're bitches. We've
Sorry,
just
darling.
been yapping
Not
and
at all.
yarning in our own little world.
I think part of me didn't want to annoy you, but I'm like, no.
That's working with you. And I'm like, girl, don't worry about anything, man.
How you going, Luce?
I'm very good. Very happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Do you say no to cool baristas?
Have you experienced this?
I have experienced this so much as someone that always does the coffee runs
Of course.
for everyone on shoots.
Of course.
I have the wankiest coffee orders, and I can acknowledge that.
Yeah.
And I am always greeted by absolute detest. They really and I'm always having to apologize. Like, I'm sorry, I'm asking for a long black decaf. And people, they don't like me.
And I just go, here's the thing, I understand. I'm like, some people hate their jobs. Some people, you're probably not making like brilliant pay. But I've worked customer service and I could crack a smile from time to time.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I don't think it's too much to ask.
Well, I think what's going on here is Melbourne baristas are, as Timothée Chalamet is to the Oscars, very important and very loved. Melbourne baristas are, that was the shittest analogy, but Melbourne does the best coffee in the world. I reckon they're celebrities. So I reckon when people fly in from Hong Kong and New Zealand, etc., they're like, yeah, you're fucking right. This is the hole in the wall. My name is Jim and that is a flat white. Like, do you know what I mean? They are like, step right up. Yeah, you can tap. Oh, when they just go, just tap right there.
Yeah.
They may as well just throw the fucking square in my face. It's so fluid, their movements.
So funny.
Hashtag say no to cool baristas. See, but I'm too vain that I won't be doing that.
I know.
Because I go in and shit like this in basketball, my b-ball shorts, fucking little tank top, and I go, what's up, mate? Yeah, just filming some self-tapes.
The mates that come out. Hey, mate, how are you? Yeah. And I catch myself doing it. That's the thing. I'm calling myself in because I do it as well. I match their energy and I go, I'm not changing for someone with a septum piercing. I'm no longer going to be like, hey, how you going? I put on vocal fry. Yeah. I catch myself doing it.
Yeah.
Enough.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm the problem. Maybe my sense of self-identity is not solid enough that I'm fucking performative.
You know what I think's happened? I've got the theory. I know we need to wrap up. I've got it. I think now that Mel has said no to bean juice and doesn't drink caffeine, Mel needs to find a new crutch. So her crutch is socially analysing every interaction because you're like, well, I'm getting the fucking decaf. That's not going to give me a buzz. So
I'm not drinking the coffee anymore.
What's this person in the septum piercing doing? Oh, they're going over there being a bit performative. I'm going to do a social experiment. I say to Mel, drink some caffeine.
Go drink a coffee.
And I'm going to keep my b-ball shorts on and my tank that says Fund the Arts with a Z and be like, throw that fucking square in my face.
You like just tap right there.
Sick.
Thanks, mate.
I would be a performative barista. I'd also think that everyone's in love with me. They'd go, I'm sorry. They'd come back a second time and go, can I just get a latte? And I'd go, I have a girlfriend, sorry.
That's it. We need to wrap up. We're going to throw to a kick-ons by my girl.
Yes, we are.
But that just had to be said. So hashtag say no to cool baristas.
Hashtag say no to cool baristas.
Take it away, my girl.
I will. Okay, Mel.
Yes,
this
my
kick-ons question is simple. Listeners, please play this with your friends. Because it's a favourite one of mine. I love it. Welcome to Kick-Ons. For anyone that's new listening, we do questions that you would sit on a deck chair and share with your mates whilst holding a diary and wearing a top that says Fund the Arts with a Z. Welcome to Kick-Ons. We're pretty fucking cool. I'm wearing b-ball shorts. Here's my cool as hoop question.
What's the cue? 3-pointer? Hit me.
Very silly. My question is, now, I know some people are against marriage. I don't fucking care. Imagining everyone's walking down the aisle in this fucking kick-ons with the deck chairs around us, right? In your ideal wedding, so it's a normal wedding, however, what is your absolute hellscape? Wedding dress, wedding jewellery, wedding makeup, wedding shoes, wedding hair.
The hellscape look.
The hellscape look for your wedding. What is it?
It's a great
I've got my
question.
answer as well. It's my favourite thing to do. I love to live in extremes. I love to live in opposites.
Oh, I love this. Can you do yours first?
Absolutely can. My hellscape, and it has to be within the realm of possibility.
Yeah,
you can't go,
yeah.
I'm in a scuba diving outfit.
Yeah.
Idiots.
Sure.
This isn't Guinness Book of World Records. You're not getting married underwater. Mine would be straps that are rope, white,
Yeah.
thin,
Yeah.
super thin.
Spaghetti strap.
Yep.
Good for the
attached.
scoliosis.
Yeah, absolutely. Plunge neck.
Yeah.
Really low. I've got no tits. It just goes down to reveal a washboard. Nina, all the way back up. Then it would be wide out to make my shape look a bit more boxy. When I don't have tits, there's no point in going out more, right? Then it would come in. There would be a thick white belt, leather. Leather bits would be cracking off it. Probably a few buckles. Pleather. The buckles. What question? Yeah, what question? What colour? Rose gold. Thanks for asking. Then it would go all down my hips. And this isn't like, I hate my body, I hate my hips. I just, shapes that just don't work.
Yeah.
It would come all the way down like a mermaid.
Yep.
All the way down to the bottom. Then it would stop at my ankles.
Yep.
Flare out in some tassels. Christmas cracker alert. My necklace, you can probably say with me, 3, 2, 1, long drop necklace.
Long pendant.
Long pendant necklace.
Pendant sitting between those two samosas.
Right, 2 samosas. With the slinkiest chain. Those slinky chains you get from the chemist when you buy like a kangaroo. Like
Is it an owl pendant?
Oh, it would be an owl or a frog or something, or like a moon.
Or a moustache.
It would be rose gold.
Yeah.
I fucking hate rose gold. It looks
Yeah.
so. This is not to yuck at plot twist. Someone's listening going,
That's my
literally on my
choice."
mood board. This is just for me. My hair. Thank you so much. This is my nightmare hair. It would be curled. See, some people would think, in the previous pod we spoke about donut buns. No. It would be flat ironed curled, GHD.
Yep.
I've really thought about this. But that kind of curl where it's like, it almost looks like it's sitting in different angles.
Yeah.
Then it would be brushed and it would just go straight out.
Yeah. And is it flat at the
No,
top?
it would be teased.
Okay.
I have such a square head. When a hairdresser will tease my hair out, but I've got nothing covering the front of my face,
Yeah.
it would be teased and out. My makeup would be a grey matte foundation. Cover those freckles. They're
Yeah.
gone. Paint the house.
Paint the house
Paint
down.
the house. Coral eye.
Yeah.
Coral eye with a dark green liquid eyeliner. Green mascara.
Yeah.
A crusty coral lip from like Coral Fusion from the chemist. Crusty coral lip. What shoes would I be in? Oh, cork wedge.
Yeah.
75 bangles.
Beautiful stuff.
Beautiful stuff. Can we get an artist to sketch that?
No, yeah.
Sketch it up like one of those crime
Please?
drawings.
I'm going to do mine.
Go.
Mine would be,
Yeah.
I've got it, a mini dress. A mini dress, wedding dress.
How inappropriate for a wedding man.
A mini dress
Yep.
that is made of the cheapest material.
Yep. What kind of material?
Like that, well, not toilet paper, what's it called? Like that tissue paper of when we used to buy like fast fashion and it would come and you'd be like, I can wear this once and then it's going to break.
Gotcha.
Made
Yep.
of that. So it's got no structure,
Yep.
no boning
Yep.
and just hugs all the bits that aren't right for me.
Yep.
Cuts like just below the bum. So I'm constantly worried about my badonkadonk falling out.
What kind of straps are we talking?
The straps.
Or is it strapless?
Oh, what's it got? No, I reckon it's got a cape. I reckon it's got a cape flowing down the back.
So that's a bit regal.
Yeah,
Your dress has gone up a few points.
But the cape is maroon.
Oh, all right.
The cape is
Bit
maroon.
vampire.
Bit vampire. And so on top of that, to match,
Yep.
I've got a brooding maroon brown lip
Yeah, oh, fucking hell.
and a black
Yep.
smoky eye.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. My little beady eyes.
You're kind of giving that Burger King from McDonald's one.
Yeah. My hair
Yep.
is in.
Yep.
My hair, what's my hellscape wedding hair? My hair has been cut.
Yep.
My hair has been cut right above the ear. Right above
Yep.
the ear, flat around.
Yep.
No styling, just down. Lord
Sure.
Farquaad-esque.
Yep.
The shoes I'm wearing Oh no, that'd be kind of cunt. I was going to say wheelies, but I'm like, that's kind of cunt. Heelys.
Your hellscape would be a really, really high stiletto.
That's so true.
True definition
you know me
of stiletto.
So well. A really high, really thin stiletto.
Giving you blisters.
Giving me blisters with open toe.
And one of the toes pops out.
And one of my toes popping out because my wide feet are trying to be suffocated into that little shoe.
Yep.
My feet are sweaty.
Yep. I've got another layer to your dress.
Yeah.
Your inner layer, or the inner layer that makes the dress, is sequins. So it's scratching you from the inside.
Love that.
These are really good questions to ask your friends, guys.
I'm wearing a spike collar.
No, but that's a bit cunt. Sorry.
No.
Cunt alert.
No.
Spike collar with a bob. You're starting to give a bit too fashion house.
But my head with that haircut, absolutely heinous. That's why the bangs are so good. I've got such a big head.
Sure.
The bangs covers some space. That's what it is. I figured it out.
Yep.
We can't spend much more time on it, but I think that's...
No, I think that's perfect.
I think that's perfect. What a brilliant question.
And I think everyone should do their own mood board of their hellscape, so then they realise that they live in a reality where they don't have to do that. And if we've described your actual wedding dress, power to you.
Absolutely.
It's
all
just
power
not for
to you.
us.
Yeah. There's something for everyone.
There's something for everyone. Hey, thanks for playing Kick-Ons.
Oh, thank you. That was a great question.
It's such a good one. And I think it's absolutely now time for a Hit It Toots.
I think so.
Absolutely.
Singing is not annoying, and everything is better as a song.
Right, Hit It Toots. We're going to do, I've decided it's
Go.
easy, it's sitting right there. We're just both going to play two cool baristas.
Oh, I love that.
Working at a cool cafe.
Yeah, I love that.
Just on shift, working.
What happens? Let's see.
What genre have we got today for our improvised song?
So I think I've got a good one for this one. It's like a Sabrina Carpenter style pop song.
Okay, I love that.
Vibe Town.
Vibe Town, let's go.
Hit It Toots.
Ew, I just hiccuped like a monster.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
You would hear this in a cafe
Yeah,
too.
this is good. All
Great.
right.
I can start if you want.
Go for it, babe.
Hey, mate, no worries, come over. Gonna get you decaf, gonna get you over to the coffee machine. I'm gonna make it. What's that? You wanna kind of shake it? I don't shake and I don't dance. I hate my life, I'm happy to prance just over there to the sugar machine. But apart from that, I'm killing the spleen.
Nah, that's not a record. Nah, that's my purse. Nah, that's not a seat. Nah, that's from a fashion show. When I worked at a fashion shop and I bought lots of really cool tops. Yeah, my tooth, it's got a fucking gem. Hey, Gem, do we still have that fucking, oh, they're on Smoko. Ha, are you in line? Oh, no fucking worries.
Yeah. My name is Jason. What, you wanna order a coffee? That's kind of crazy. This is a coffee shop. Why don't you try killing yourself instead? Because I want to go boxing at the boxing gym near my house with my gals, Bryce and Alice. We want to go there. Can my shift finish? I hate my life. Want to shoot you in the head.
Yeah, and now I'm gonna do a line over the crowd to my mate and be like, oi, mate, are you going to the tote later down in Collingwood? Yeah, fuck yeah, sounds good. Was that yours? Was that your mocha? Yeah, fucking easy as. Go for gold, babe. Yeah, hey. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
so,
just tap that one right there.
Just tap that one right there. Just tap that one right there, right there.
Tap that one for me right there,
Get
right there.
That's it.
And scene.
And we couldn't do that any longer. One, we're over time. Two, fuck them.
Hashtag say no to cool baristas.
Say no to cool baristas. That's the end of Ratbag, my girl.
That's the end, baby.
Thanks for joining. What a monster episode.
A gorgeous episode.
That's kind of it, guys. If you're watching for the first time, can you click that bell, click that subscribe button?
Rate the pod 5 stars if you're enjoying it as well. That helps us a lot.
Send it to your mates. We're growing our audience, and we are so grateful to everyone that listens to us every week. Yeah, that's it.
We'll see you very soon. We'll see you for a Ratbag on Thursday.
Yep.
And that's it. Thank you, Luce.
Thank you for having me.
No
Thank
worries.
you, everyone. We'll see you very soon.
Bye.
Bye.
This is a Grouse House podcast.
Mel and Sam would like to acknowledge that this podcast was created and recorded on stolen land.
The original custodians of this land have had a rich history of storytelling for over 65,000 years, and we pay our respects to the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, whose land we are making Ratbag on.
Treaties were never signed, sovereignty was never ceded, always was and always will be Aboriginal land.